Right, I'm not going to tell you how many takes this is. Honestly, it's not as bad as you think this question, but I just keep making simple, basic errors. And you should be making simple, basic errors because it's a calculator paper. So if in doubt on a calculation, you should, no, let's go out focus, you should just use your calculator and that will sort it out. I'll zoom in. There we go. So, the idea is very basic. Okay, you've got some counters in a bag that you don't know. 7 are red and the rest are white. You're going to take one out and leave it out. You're going to pick another one. It's called dependent probability. When you do this, the probabilities will multiply. So we're going to take white counter out and we're going to say that is an X because we don't know it. And the total is these white counters add the 7 red counters. Okay, so that's the first probability. The next probability is that we're going to pick a red because they're saying if we pick a white and then a red, Alfie says that the probability is 21 out of 80. Do you, Alfie, if you listen to this video? So 7 reds are still there because we didn't take a red out on the previous one, but the total should have gone down by 1. Okay, so that'll give us that. When we expand that, we get 7x over x squared plus 13x plus 42. Okay, so that's very straightforward for those people who are confident with multiplying fractions by doing the tops and the bottoms and expanding a double bracket. So that is okay. It's just getting that idea in the first place, or understanding how to structure it. The next bit is knowing that this has to equal something to actually be able to construct a quadratic equation. So we have to make it equal to this now. Okay, and then we're going to rearrange this so it eventually says something equals 0 because we know that's kind of what we're looking for to solve a quadratic. Okay, so we're going to do 80 times by 7x and we're going to do 21 multiplied by the whole denominator there, the whole quadratic expression there, look. Okay, I'm going to save myself some effort and cancel off this 7 because it's all a product, it's all a factor. So that's just going to become x and that's going to become 3. This is the silly mistake I made. When I did 3 times 13, I had 36. Absolute. I'm really frustrated with it because I just finished the question almost and then I had a mistake in there from somewhere. Okay, so expanding this, I get 39x plus 126. That mistake there, I put 36. Anyway, we get that. And then I need to make it equal to 0, so I'm going to take away 80x. So 0 equals 3x squared. 39 take away 80 is minus 41. Okay, plus 126. Okay, so that's it so far. Hoping there's no mistake. I'm like properly stalling because I don't want to be like filtering any more mistakes in, but there we go. Okay, I could factorize this, so I could do front times back and split the middle. Okay, I really could, but I don't want to because if I do 3 times 126, to find all the factors is going to take me ages and I have to use the calculator to do that, and I think I could just use the quadratic formula, okay, which says x equals, oh, I've got a copy, where's that thing? It's sent to me in the post, it's working out really well. That's the quadratic formula. So when they're in the right format, which I've just worked out to do to get them to 0, where a is not 0, so it has to have x squared there, this is the form I'm going to use, so that's what I'm going for there. Okay, so I should know it, and I do know it. So minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. This is on Peppa Pig. Daddy Pig had this on his wall. Okay, so if it's on Peppa Pig, I've got to know this one. Okay, and that means minus b, so anything I'm substituting, I like to put in brackets. So I'm going to got minus 44 plus or minus the square root of, again, anything substituting, I'm putting in brackets. And my calculator likes to take them like that as well, so that's what I'm going to do. That's 126, I've squashed there, a bit ugly, but there you go. Over that. Okay. The reason I knew I got it wrong previously is when I did this step, I had decimals, and I knew that I was expecting a whole amount of number, a whole number, because I'm taking beads out of a bag. I'm not estimating the number of beads. I'm going to work it out properly. Okay, so get your fraction button on the go. Now, it doesn't matter if you're not sure if it's minus then a negative or negative and minus or whatever, because if it goes wrong, the calculator will tell you it's gone wrong. And when you go back to it, I'll show you. It'll show you where your mistakes are. So I'm going to do double negative. I'm going to do the add version first. So you can see I'm just sticking everything in brackets. Let's work that out. Oh, that's because I didn't have the bottom. You can see I pressed left, it went straight to the error. You can't have 0 on the bottom. That worked out, so it was a double negative sign. If it doesn't work out, when you press left, it'll go exactly to the error. So let's just pretend I did it wrong. I did it wrong. Let's go to the beginning. I'm going to change this symbol for a minus, so an actual minus symbol. It says syntax error, I mean there's a sign error. So if you press left, you can see it's flashing where the mistake is. So I'll delete that. Well, you've got to go in front of it, delete that, then change it for the other one, and it'll work out. Okay. So I have. Look at this. Look at this. Do it again. Right. So the error that I've got, that says 41. I've put 44 for no reason. Hopefully you're quite smug with yourself because you spotted that. I'm just happy I spotted it now. Okay. So I'm just going to go through my calculations and change it. That's my brain. I can't believe it remembered that that was the previous mistake. It put the previous mistake in. Right, there we go. It's different answers. So that gives me x equals 4. Well, let's do it as that. 4 2/3. So that's unlikely to be my solution, isn't it? If I'm after amount of counters, it's not going to be that one. Next one is to go back into the calculation and change it for the other one. So I'm going to change. I used negative that time, so I'm going to change it for the positive. There we go. So x equals 9. Of the two options, the only one I can pick is 9 because that's the only one with whole numbers. So there were 9 white counters in that. Okay. That is the approach you can take. I'm not sure how you would go. I'm not sure how successful you'd have been trying to use a bit of trial and error on that one. I'm not sure how much credit they'll give you. Okay. But that is the process of formula solving a quadratic.